Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Well, across the board there was a bit of profit taking returning to the markets as the US dollar rebounds from a 13-month low against most of its rivals on Thursday, as traders now await the US Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell's speech on Friday at the Jackson Hole Symposium. It is expected that Powell will signal the Fed's first rate cut, but may temper expectations of a 50 basis point reduction. Meanwhile, the Federal Reserve minutes from July released on Wednesday indicated a likelihood of a rate cut in September if data supports it. In other data, US employment claims rose to 232,000 for the week, ending August 7/17, slightly above expectations, suggesting a gradual cooling of the labour market. So turning to the technicals, we can see the market has displayed some profit taking away from the key level around 67.45 to 70, and now finding support around 66.70.80, which could play further demand. Overall, though, I feel the market will make a new high and take out this level that is around close to 67.70.80 and push on towards 68 cents. Technicals are somewhat buckled, but still holding to a positive bias. Turning to the euro, as I mentioned, the US dollar rebounded from a 13-month low, which saw the euro retreat from the key level of 111.45.60, but finding support now around 110.45.55. In light of how the market's positioned, I still feel there is further upside risk that could see a break of 111.60 and move on to 112 to 112.50.70 area. The trend is bullish, but slightly overheated, but the technicals overall are bullish. The dollar yen, well, a little bit whipsawed after the recent inverted hammer, but likely to find further weakness in the coming session, as the RSI has rejected the midway point that could weigh on the support seen around 145.20 that may likely pursue on to 144.65, and with the call still to the downside of this key level of 142 zone, reassess from there. Upside attempts should be limited around the level of 145.85 to 146.30.40. Sterling, well, the market has reached its topside objective, which was seen around 131.15.40, and now posts a greystone doji. Keep an eye on this as this candle is negative, but we do need to see confirmation that would need to see a break of the level of 130.45 that could initiate further downward move towards 129.80 to the lows of 129. But given the fact that the ADX is still somewhat bullish, may see another upside attempt. But while the technicals are extremely overbought, I feel now that a neutral bias may come in play if we see a move beyond 131.15.40 and time to reassess. Profit taking came across the board as well for gold as the dollar index rebounds, but not overly bearish, as I feel the market is finding support around the level of 2,470. And in light of how the market's set up, that may see a rebound back to the highs. And wrapping up with gold, the market seems to have found a base around that 71.30.60 area, and therefore could see a further extension on towards 74.5. But that being said, we are still negative, so therefore we should not dismiss another downside attempt that's seen around the region of 68.70 to 69.40. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you for joining me, and as always, look out for the intraday report, and I hope you enjoy the great start to the new weekend.